Truckers are now talking about protesting deliveries to New York or boycotting delivering to New York after Trump's $355 million civil fraud verdict coming out of New York last week. A lot of them see it as corrupt. They see it as a witch hunt, etc., and they are talking about boycotting New York. We have this video here, kind of where it all started. Chicago One Ray, he writes on X.com, I've been on the radio for over an hour and I've talked to at least 10 truckers who are going to start refusing loads of Monday for New York City. I talked to 3 guys that I worked with who texted the boss and told him no New York City. Truckers are 95% Trump. It'll get overturned on appeal, but you know how fucking hard it is to get one of these motherfuckers into New York City. Cut the bullshit. I'll see you down the road. This getting over 6 million views in just a couple days and starting to trend this topic. Liberals are kind of going nuts on this. We even have Harry Cison coming out of the woodwork today and writing, all of these MAGA truckers who are now refusing to make deliveries to New York City are about to ruin their own lives for Trump, who doesn't care about them. They'll lose their jobs, their income, and then blame Joe Biden because they're in a cult. It's insane. Well, we know it's been shown that Harry receives money from the Democratic Party to say things like this. At least that's the allegations out there and what people have been showing. Of course, that's denied, but that's what he's saying. A lot of people are agreeing with him. A lot of people on the left are saying this is going to hurt small businesses. This isn't going to do anything. Just fire the truckers. I don't think this is anything to snark at, though. I think that the implications can be huge, and this could be the start of something very big. I mean, it has the potential to be very, very effective or very impactful on New York, and it could lead to other wider protests. And this is because of the corruption in our government. I mean, the nonstop poking at Trump to get him not to run. It's just insane. Here is another video that came out. The real trucker Jake put this out. He says, liberals laugh at the thought of a trucker boycott of New York City. A few years ago, a trucker boycott brought the state of Colorado to its knees. MAGA patriots make this country run. Liberals make our coffee. And we'll watch the video, but you know, there are some liberals who drive trucks, but I think a lot of truckers are widely Trump supporters. And there is some truth to what he's saying here. Even if a small percentage of truckers got on board, I think it could still have a major impact. You can't really just fire all of them. Who's going to pick up the slack? You're still left with the problem. Even if it's just 1% of deliveries, I think that's still substantial. It's not something just to ignore or think it's nothing. This could really blow up in the face of New York, and it starts tomorrow.
Good morning, Patriots. This is Trucker Jake. There's talk of a trucker boycott of the city of New York to protest the persecution of President Trump. Now, liberals seem to think that this is a pretty funny idea. Let me tell you a quick story. A couple years ago, a Colorado's trucker was involved in a terrible accident, loss of life. It was tragic. The Colorado judge sentenced that trucker to 110 years in prison. Now, you decide for yourself whether or not he deserved that prison sentence, but when truck drivers from around America heard about that sentence, they organized a boycott against the state of Colorado. And within a month, they brought the state of Colorado to its knees. That judge resentenced that trucker from 110 years to 10 years in prison. The point is, MAGA patriots make this country run. Liberals, they make our coffee. This is Trucker Jake. God bless President Trump. God bless MAGA America. God bless our truckers. Y'all have a blessed day.
There you go, from Trucker Jake. His message there from 7 hours ago, just this morning. Onward here, we have another message. Escape from New York. This guy, Savage Daughter, posted this. I don't know the original guy here, but let's listen to what he has to say.
What's up, fam? So, you guys remember this movie? Kurt Russell, remember how the area looked in the movie?
Oh.
That's what New York City is going to look like in the next few months.
I hope not. He says basically this is going to be devastating for New York City to the extent of like what we saw in the movie Escape from New York. It's possible, okay? Let's face it. I think it is possible. I hope it doesn't go to that extreme and that things are resolved quickly. Donald Trump actually went on Truth Social and posted this Daily Mail article about the Trump supporting truckers refusing to deliver to New York City. And that was just yesterday, February 17th at 8:01 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 11:01 Eastern. And this is trending big on Truth Social, Trump's social media platform, by the way, right now and yesterday. And this could be the start of something massive. If we go over here and look at what's trending over here on Google, you can see that in this seven-day chart or 7-day graph here that trucker boycott has been increasing on people's Google searching that term over the last just few days here. Also, if we look at the term boycott New York City, boycott NYC, same thing, just over the last couple days, a major increase in that, in people searching for that as well, especially in the areas of New York City, New Jersey, Florida, Pennsylvania, and California being last there. So it is being Google searched bigly, even in Texas and surrounding states to New York, closer to New York over there, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania again. So it's starting to gain traction. A lot of people could jump on board, and it can have a pretty big effect. This is CDLLife.com's explanation on what happens if trucks stopped. They say the delivery of medical supplies to the affected areas will cease within 24 hours. And also, within 24 hours, hospitals will run out of basic supplies, such as syringes. Service stations will begin to run out of fuel. Manufacturers using just-in-time manufacturing will develop component shortages. U.S. mail and other packages delivery will cease within 1 day. Food shortages will begin to develop. Automobile fuel availability and delivery will dwindle, leading to skyrocketing prices and long lines at the gas pumps. This is just after 24 hours if trucks stopped. I don't think they're going to stop all trucks just overnight, but I think a small amount of them can make a huge impact, and it's going to snowball. I think it really could snowball. We've seen successful trucker protests in Canada. We're seeing the farmers all across Europe right now having a massive amount of leverage on the decisions being made there simply by protesting. So the impact can be absolutely massive. And let's face it, the truth is most people support Trump, and if they all get behind this, it can have major implications. We could see shortages and whatnot in New York City, which I don't like to see, to be honest. But I mean, we can't force people to do things they don't want to do, let's face it. And there is a lot of corruption and a lot of crazy things going on in our world today. So I can't blame them. In 2 to 3 days, CDL Life says that food shortages will escalate, especially in the face of hoarding and consumer panic. Supplies of essentials such as bottled water, powdered milk, and canned meat at major retailers will disappear. This is 2 to 3 days. ATMs will run out of cash and banks will be unable to process transactions. Service stations will completely run out of fuel for autos and trucks. Garbage will start piling up in urban and suburban areas. Container ships will sit idle in ports, and rail transport will be disrupted, eventually coming to a standstill. This is just because of the about $500 million judgment against Trump. If this is a widespread protest, this could amount to billions and billions and billions of dollars for New York City pretty quickly, depending on the scale of the protest. And you know what? I think it's going to be slow going, I'll be honest. It goes on. Things get worse as the weeks go on. But I'll say this. I think it's going to be slow to start. I don't think that this is going to be like something we're going to see as it starts tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be like people posting tomorrow empty shelves. I think it's going to take a matter of weeks, and it'll either fizzle out or it'll build up over the next coming weeks here, and we'll just keep our eye on it and watch. But I think that it is something to keep our eye on, and I'm curious to know what you guys think. There seems to be, it's very controversial online. A lot of liberals and lefties are really upset about this. They're really upset, and they say that it's stupid, it's not going to work, fire all the truckers, and all these different sentiments that are very much not concerned. And then I see people on the right saying, you know, I laugh when a liberal tells me I'm not going to have a job, just because they say, like, you know, I'm so useful, I have so many skills, and what are you going to do? You're a barista, right? That's kind of the argument there. And it's an interesting thing to watch unfold on the internet, that's for sure. We have this guy, Rob Carson, on Truth Social. He says, I support the boycotting of New York City by truckers, and I would recommend that it move to DC. If Washington, D.C. won't shut down our border, we shut it down. So this is what I mean, where it's going to expand. You know, it's going to expand to many, many issues. So, wow. Onward here, we have Donald Trump.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
'24 may be the year of a black swan event.
The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.